Coming up on this week's episode of the Dough Necessities.
The devastation that they had, we just wanted to give back. Camas they're so loyal to us.
Before we get started, don't forget to check out our merch store. Mugs, shirts, you name it. Check it out.
Hey, Dough fam. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today we've got a really special episode. This is actually our first full episode of a gas station that sells donuts. Now you might think, oh, Andy, please, not gas station donuts. Why are you even doing this? Well, this is actually Mirror Lake Station in Camas, Utah. Camas, Utah is a place where my grandpa grew up as well, on my mom's side. Special place for me. I love Camas, Utah. It's close to Park City. Now this place has been open for well over 40 years, has been a huge staple of this community, and they've been selling donuts for a very, very long time. I'm super excited to try these guys. They are actually well known all over and even won some awards for the best apple fritters in Utah. I do love apple fritters. Sounds like another fantastically awesome place we need to check out, right? Let's go. Well, I am with Kristin and David Wade. Well, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Love the gas station. Tell me about it. You guys weren't the original owners, of course, but like when did you buy it and like how long has it been here?
We bought it 8 years ago in October. That'll be our
2017?
2017 in October. My brother owned it for probably 7 years before that. And that's the thing, we've tried to find out where everything kind of comes from, and there's so many stories that it started out with just cakes and then went to a little bit of donuts, then went to stuff like that. So we've just kind of tried to make it a little bit bigger. And
do you know when exactly they started doing donuts?
Yeah, we've tried, and that's something no one can really pinpoint on. So that would be great to know.
Why do you guys keep doing donuts? Just
honestly, it's people talk about, oh, it's the donuts in the gas station. No, it's the bakery with the gas station attached. Without the donuts, we would just be a little teeny gas station that doesn't have a reason to come in. The donuts is what makes everything.
And I heard you guys are already sold out of apple fritters.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Every day.
It's so hard. We try and make as many as we can, but obviously you guys know that it's the outside of the donut, so you can only make as many fritters as you do donuts. And we always just tell people to place an order because we get a lot of frustrated customers. But then it's funny because we also tell people we've been open since 5:30.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, our goal is to make it from 10 to 11, and especially in the summer times, and it's slim pickings after that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We try.
Just talk to me about the community work you guys like to do.
Well, with this one, like when KSL came up, there was a fire, and it was a couple that lost both their businesses, a floral shop in the front and a woodworking shop on the back. And these guys come at 9:30 almost every day. They bring their van. All their employees jump out.
We know what time it is because their van's here.
Because their van's here, and they're just great employees. And it was just something that the devastation that they had, we just wanted to give back. Camas they're so loyal to us. I mean, it is a small community. We run a great business, and we couldn't do it without the loyal customers that we have.
We are supporters of the high school, obviously. Yeah. We're strong supporters of them. We're strong supporters of the FFA and 4-H program. We go to their fairs and that kind of stuff. We try and support what we can to give back to the community because we see everybody here every morning. Hopefully we can support them like they support us.
So this is where the magic all happens.
This is it. And it's funny because people they don't believe us when we say we make donuts back here. So we have people pop back here all the time. Like, this is seriously where you guys do it. It's just this little tiny space right here. This is our dough roller. This is where they do all of the dough that they do. There's our mixer. We have our proofer right there, our fryer, and then we have our glazer, and then just all of our frostings and stuff. So it's pretty little, but yeah, it does its job.
Do you usually sell out every day of your donuts? Because people just come here and they're like, well, that's what they got left, so I'm going to get them.
I would say
get them while I can.
95% of the day. It's funny. I would say our busy time is when it gets hot down in Salt Lake. People want to come up here because we're 10 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
Every day.
And it's Camas.
And so they want to come to the mountains.
And we're right here, so they just head up Mirror Lake.
Well, and they come up. They can go hiking, fishing, hunting, stuff like that. So it's a summertime, Memorial Day, the Labor Day is our peak season.
What's that like to basically be hailed as like best apple fritter in Utah? You guys have gotten some awards because of that.
The size of the fritter is kind of the awe of
Big as a dinner plate. That's what you told me,
Yes,
right?
big as a dinner plate, yes.
So it is. I mean, for me personally, and I like our fritters, and we're known for our fritters, but I love our donuts. Our donuts, I think, and I'm not.
Glazed is good.
Yes, I think our donuts are really good as well. So
How many donuts do you guys make usually?
our case holds 40 trays.
Gotcha.
Minus
So
like
trays,
fritters
yeah.
and twists, you figure a dozen per tray. And we fill 40 in the peak season. We will fill probably more than like 120 trays.
Our biggest day in the bakery was National Donut Day this year.
Yep.
And it was almost 27. It was pushing 3,000. And that's the biggest day we've had for the bakery.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, guys. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks to our friends at Mirror Lake Station. Super grateful for the time spent with us, allowing us to come by and film. Quite a unique little shop. So definitely excited to dive in and try these things. Now, let's take off this ginormous box so we can see. Get my trusty pointer out, thanks to my wonderful friend Steve Ryman. Blueberry fritter, we've got the apple fritter, and then we've got the raspberry fritter. Again, anyway, these are just definitely some of the biggest ones. Now, if you remember some of the videos that we showed earlier of them cutting up dough in a bunch of little bits or pieces, that's what this is. It's essentially a fritter pull-apart, which is really cool. We've tried many fritters on the Dough Necessities, as you guys are all well aware. And the ones that are super thick, like this, usually are really doughy, and that's because most places that we go to, not all, most places though, we'll just get a big, pile of dough and then mix in cinnamon and apples or whatever the fruit is, right? So I'm betting even in the middle, where in a normal apple fritter that's not in pull-apart form, so to speak, I'm betting that would actually be really doughy with a regular fritter, just because that's usually been our experience. Not all shops, some of them do a really good job cooking, but a lot of them are really doughy. This is essentially a tiger's tail. We've had that with some other shops. Really huge. I mean, again, it's bigger, longer than my hand. Got the Boston cream right here, or custard. Got maple chocolate vanilla. Got the glaze, got 2 of those. Chocolate ring. Got the maple old fashioned. Maple bar, of course, and then we've got the maple walnut. First we're gonna dive into is just the glazed one. It's kind of like our tradition if we have a glazed. Now here's inside the glazed donut, really good. And what's interesting actually is this has a little bit of a lemon hint to the smell on the glaze. So that's really interesting. Usually with a lot of donut shops, it's vanilla or something like that, right? So that's interesting. So I'm gonna try this and see now. Yep, I was right. Small hint of lemon flavoring in the glaze. Really good. I like that. It's unique, definitely unique to Mirror Lake Station. And that's one thing that, if I had my own donut shop, I would definitely want to be unique. Now the next one we're gonna dive into is just the regular chocolate ring. When I just want just a little chocolate buzz, right? So really good, and it's nice and evenly coated. The only thing I would say on this is maybe, Mirror Lake Station or others, right? I think it's, in my opinion, chocolate rings are the best when they're halfway down, right there, right in the middle on the sides, because then I just feel like it's more generous with the chocolate frosting. Just my opinion. So cheers, bon appetit. Very good chocolate flavor. Just a nice classic flavor. I like it. Not too overpowering, not super sweet, just nice and mild. I can see how some of my friends who've told me about that one, I can see why that satisfies their chocolate palate, because it's got a nice flavor to it. Now the next one we're gonna try is the Boston cream. This one was calling my name. It just looks really good. And the chocolate on the chocolate ring that we just tried is really good, so why not? Let's try this one too. Look inside of that looks absolutely fantastic. So let's give this one a bite and see how it tastes, especially the custard. I'm a custard aficionado and I don't like fake stuff. Let's try it. Very good. Chocolate is the same as the chocolate ring one. The custard has a very nice flavor to it. That is definitely how a Boston cream or Bismarck should taste. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, their super famous apple fritter, blueberry fritter, and raspberry fritter. Now, cool thing about this, again, it's just pull apart. So I'm gonna try the apple fritter first. because this one has been calling my name. I'm going to actually cut this in half because I want all of you to see just how extraordinary these things are. Just look at that. Lots of cinnamon, tons of apple pieces in there. This is just absolutely incredible. Like I've been eyeballing this thing the entire time I've had these, waiting for us to be able to film this so I can try it. So here we go, moment of truth. Definitely one of the best ones I've ever had, apple fritter wise. Could still use a little more cinnamon, which I feel like is actually very easy to do because of how they prep these things with the little pieces. Really coat them in a little bit more cinnamon. I think it's going to be even better. Really good though. This is just so great. Like you could easily share this with like an entire family and people can just pull apart just a few little pieces. That way they're not committed to a whole one, right? Now the next one we're going to try is the blueberry one. I have tried a couple little pieces of this before we even filmed, so sorry I cheated, guys. Look inside that. Absolutely beautiful. Wonderful veins of blueberry. Now the cool thing about these too is these fritters also have this light lemony flavor in the glaze. And so that really actually just kind of makes it pop. Lemon and blueberry pair well, very well together. So this lemon flavor just really enhances the blueberry flavor. But like I said, I did cheat a little bit earlier and I had a couple of pieces and I thought, oh boy, that blueberry one's probably gonna be my favorite. So let's go to the raspberry one next and let's see which one of these fritters is my favorite. I'm gonna cut this right in half for you guys so you can see inside this. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can tell that these are made with love and care and that they really, I mean, I can see why they're famous for this because these are just absolutely extraordinary. Just gonna take off the top little pieces there. Lemon raspberry also pairs well. It's got a nice hint of raspberry there. I can actually taste it too, which is unique in and of itself because a lot of apple fritters or just fritters in general, they say, oh, it's a raspberry or blueberry or apple, but then there's no actual flavoring or pieces of raspberry or raspberry flavoring or apple pieces or very minimal. So really it's just a big piece of fried dough with a few hints of whatever fruit and some cinnamon. This is definitely really good as well. I would say between the three though, the blueberry one's definitely my favorite because there's just blueberries galore on this one. This just needs more cinnamon. It's definitely got plenty of apple pieces. There's even this little apple piece right there that I'm gonna take. And then this has a good amount of raspberry flavoring throughout. Could it be more? Sure. But you also have to be careful that you don't do too much because then that could make it too overpowering.
All right, let's go over the scoring for Mirror Lake Station. This place had some fantastic donuts. So far anyway, some of the best gas station donuts you will ever have. And honestly, these ones are better than a lot of donut shops we've gone to as well. Definitely been to a lot of gas stations and gotten some donuts there, but typically the donuts at most gas stations are from a lot of the same donut makers that just make them wholesale and then sell them off to gas stations or other places. Definitely no cutting corners with Mirror Lake Station. First one we tried was the glazed donut. The flavor on the glaze, the dough, everything was absolutely fantastic, and it's got that slight lemon flavor too, the glaze. Super good. It's very unique because a lot of places typically do vanilla or even no extra flavor, really. And so it was really cool to have a slightly unique flavor with the glazed donut. So really good. Next one we tried was the chocolate raised. Really good chocolate flavor, very rich, but not super rich though. Just a nice balance of flavor there. The dough, of course, was consistent just like with the glazed donut, so really good there. All the fritters we tried though, our favorite was the blueberry one. I think that one had the best flavor. That's not discounting the other two. The other two were very good, but the blueberry one was our favorite though because it felt like it had a little bit more bursting of flavor with the blueberries than the other ones with the apple and raspberry, but still really good though. If you're looking for a fritter, whether it's the dinner plate sized one or the smaller one, definitely get one from Mirror Lake Station when you're in Utah and you want to try one. Now the last one for the honorable mention is the custard one, or Bavarian or Bismarck, whatever you want to call it. Really good flavor on it, and the custard was absolutely breathtaking. Really, really good flavor, and the sheer amount of custard that was in there, really good filled donut. Definitely the way a custard donut should be. You should have a lot of filling inside. Otherwise, I feel like I'm dealing with cheapskates when they don't fill it as full. Final score for Mirror Lake Station is going to be an 8-2. Thank you so much to Kristin and David for letting us stop by. Such a great gas station, and your donuts are out of this world. Seriously, super good. Please, if you are in the area, Park City, even just down the canyon in South Salt Lake somewhere, it's worth the drive to come up to Camas, Utah to try these fantastic donuts. Take care, guys. See you next time. Tell us in the comments what you thought the best looking donut was. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if there's a donut shop you'd like us to check out in your neck of the woods, go ahead and drop a comment below or email us at dough@doughnecessities.com.